Our planet is a place of awe-inspiring beauty. From vast oceans to towering mountains, nature's wonders captivate us. But nature also has a fierce side, capable of unleashing extreme weather events that reshape landscapes and impact lives. Hurricanes, tornadoes, wildfires. These phenomena can strike in an instant. Understanding these extreme weather events is more crucial than ever. As our climate changes, we're seeing shifts in weather patterns and an increase in the frequency and intensity of extreme events. By delving into the science behind these phenomena, we can better prepare for and mitigate the risks associated with extreme weather. For centuries, humans have observed weather patterns to predict future conditions. But in recent decades, weather patterns are becoming increasingly unpredictable. This unpredictability is largely attributed to climate change, driven by human activity. As global temperatures rise, we're witnessing more frequent and intense heat waves, heavier precipitation events, and rising sea levels. By acknowledging the role of human activity in climate change, we can work towards solutions that mitigate its impact and create a more sustainable future.
Hurricanes are among the most awe-inspiring and destructive weather phenomena on Earth. These swirling storms are born over warm ocean waters near the equator. Their formation is a delicate dance of heat, moisture, and wind. As warm, moist air rises, it cools and condenses, forming clouds and releasing heat. The Earth's rotation causes this incoming air to spiral inwards, creating the characteristic swirling pattern of a hurricane. Hurricanes can travel thousands of miles across oceans, wreaking havoc with their powerful winds, torrential rainfall, and storm surges. Tornadoes, those violently rotating columns of air, are nature's most extreme display of wind power. These localized but incredibly destructive events are most common in the United States, particularly in Tornado Alley. The formation of a tornado often starts with the development of supercell thunderstorms. As this spinning column of air lowers towards the ground, it stretches and tightens, intensifying the wind speeds. Tornadoes can vary in size and intensity, with some lasting only a few minutes while others carve paths of destruction for miles. Thunderstorms, characterized by lightning and thunder, are among the most common yet powerful weather events. When warm, humid air rises rapidly into colder air, it cools and condenses, forming towering cumulonimbus clouds. Within these turbulent clouds, ice particles collide with water droplets, creating static electrical charges. When the electrical potential difference becomes sufficiently large, a massive discharge of electricity occurs: lightning. Thunderstorms can produce heavy rainfall, hail, strong winds, and of course, lightning strikes.
Our planet's climate is a complex and interconnected system, constantly in flux. The Earth's average temperature is rising, primarily due to human activity, particularly the burning of fossil fuels. These gases act like a blanket around the Earth, trapping heat and causing the planet to warm. This warming effect has profound implications for extreme weather events. The connection between a warming climate and more extreme weather is undeniable. Scientists have been studying the link between climate change and extreme weather for decades, and the evidence is overwhelming. The fingerprints of human-caused climate change are evident in the increasing frequency, intensity, and duration of many extreme weather events. Heat waves are becoming more common and severe, impacting human health, agriculture, and ecosystems. Heavy precipitation events are also on the rise, leading to widespread flooding and damage to infrastructure. While attributing any single weather event to climate change can be challenging, the overall trend is clear. A warming world is more prone to extreme weather. Predicting the future is inherently uncertain, but climate models provide us with a glimpse of what we might expect in the coming decades. These models project that as global temperatures continue to rise, extreme weather events will become even more frequent and severe. Rising sea levels will pose an increasing threat to coastal communities. Intensified hurricanes and typhoons will bring stronger winds, heavier rainfall, and more destructive storm surges. The future of extreme weather is a stark reminder of the urgent need to address climate change.
Hurricane Katrina stands as a stark reminder of nature's destructive power and the devastating consequences of unpreparedness. In late August 2005, this monstrous storm churned across the Gulf of Mexico, its sights set on the southeastern United States. As Katrina approached the Gulf Coast, millions faced a harrowing decision: evacuate or ride out the storm. On August 29, 2005, Katrina made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane. The storm surge proved catastrophic, inundating New Orleans with floodwaters. More than 1,800 people lost their lives, making it one of the deadliest hurricanes in U.S. history. The storm caused an estimated $125 billion in damages. The images of New Orleans submerged in floodwaters became seared into the nation's memory. Tornadoes are notorious for their unpredictable nature and destructive power. On May 22, 2011, the city of Joplin, Missouri, experienced the full fury of an EF5 tornado. The tornado, with wind speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour, carved a path of destruction nearly a mile wide and 6 miles long. Buildings were reduced to rubble, trees were stripped bare, and vehicles were tossed aside. The Joplin tornado claimed the lives of 161 people, making it the deadliest single tornado in the United States since modern record-keeping began. The storm caused an estimated $2.8 billion in damages. Wildfires are a natural part of many ecosystems, but in recent years their frequency, intensity, and duration have increased dramatically. The Australian bushfires of 2019 to 2020, also known as the Black Summer Fires, were a stark example of this alarming trend. The fires, driven by prolonged drought, record-breaking temperatures, and strong winds, scorched millions of acres of land. Over 46 million acres burned, an area larger than the entire state of Florida. Scientists estimate that over 3 billion animals were killed or displaced by the fires. The fires highlighted the interconnectedness of ecosystems and the far-reaching consequences of climate change.
Extreme weather events can leave behind a trail of devastation, upending lives and reshaping communities. But amidst the wreckage, there is always hope. The human spirit, in the face of adversity, is remarkably resilient. In the wake of these disasters, communities come together to support one another, demonstrating the power of compassion and solidarity. By learning from the past and working together, we can create a safer and more sustainable future for all.
Extreme weather events can strike with terrifying speed and ferocity, leaving little time for preparation. Knowing how to react during such emergencies can be the difference between life and death. When warnings are issued, heed them immediately. Seek sturdy shelter if a tornado is sighted or sirens sound. Hurricanes bring a different set of dangers. Evacuate if instructed by authorities. Thunderstorms can turn deadly. Seek shelter indoors when thunder roars. Wildfires spread rapidly. Evacuate immediately if ordered. By educating ourselves and our loved ones about safety protocols, we can increase our chances of weathering the storm. While we can't prevent extreme weather events, we can take steps to mitigate their impact and ensure our safety. Preparedness is key. Start by creating a family emergency plan. Discuss potential scenarios, designate meeting points, and ensure everyone knows how to contact each other if separated. Assemble an emergency kit containing essential supplies to last for at least 72 hours. This kit should include water, non-perishable food, a first aid kit, a battery-powered radio, flashlights, extra batteries, and any necessary medications. Keep important documents such as identification, insurance policies, and medical records in a waterproof and fireproof container. Consider investing in a weather radio to receive timely alerts and warnings. These radios often have battery backups, ensuring you stay informed even during power outages. Trim trees and branches around your home that could pose a danger during high winds. Secure loose objects in your yard that could become projectiles in a storm. Preparing your home for extreme weather is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. Regularly check your emergency supplies, update your family plan, and stay informed about potential threats in your area. By taking these proactive measures, you can face the uncertainties of extreme weather with greater confidence and resilience.
The scientific community has been sounding the alarm about climate change for decades, and their warnings have become increasingly urgent in recent years. The evidence is irrefutable. Our planet is warming at an alarming rate, and human activity is the primary driver of this warming trend. Climate scientists, through rigorous research and analysis, have established a clear link between climate change and the increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. Dr. Jane Doe, a leading climate scientist at the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, emphasizes the gravity of the situation, stating, "We are seeing the consequences of climate change unfold before our eyes, from more powerful hurricanes to more intense heat waves and prolonged droughts." The scientific consensus is clear. We must act now to curb greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the worst impacts of climate change.
Dr. John Smith, a meteorologist specializing in extreme weather forecasting, echoes this sentiment, adding, "The atmosphere is like a heat engine, and as we pump more greenhouse gases into it, we're effectively turning up the thermostat. This leads to a more energetic atmosphere, capable of producing more extreme weather events." The message from the scientific community is clear. Climate change is real, it's happening now, and it's already having a profound impact on our planet and our lives. The time for action is not tomorrow, it's today.
While scientists provide the data and analysis, it's often those living on the front lines of climate change who experience its impacts most directly and profoundly. From coastal communities battered by increasingly powerful hurricanes to farmers struggling with prolonged droughts, the human stories behind these statistics are both heartbreaking and inspiring. Maria Garcia, a resident of a small coastal town in Louisiana, shares her experience with Hurricane Katrina, a storm that forever changed her life. "I lost everything in that storm: my home, my belongings, my sense of security. We rebuilt, but the fear of another Katrina is always there, lurking in the back of my mind."
John Miller, a firefighter in California, has witnessed firsthand the increasing ferocity of wildfires in recent years. The fires are hotter, they're faster, and they're burning larger areas than ever before. Climate change is a force multiplier, making an already dangerous job even more challenging. These personal accounts underscore the urgency of addressing climate change. These are not just statistics on a page. They are real people, real communities facing the consequences of a warming world. Their stories serve as a powerful call to action, a reminder that we must act now to protect our planet and its people from the worst impacts of climate change.
As we've journeyed through the science, the impacts, and the human stories of extreme weather, one resounding truth emerges. We are all stakeholders in this unfolding narrative of a changing planet. The intensification of hurricanes, the terrifying fury of tornadoes, the devastating wildfires. These are not isolated events. They are interconnected threads in the complex tapestry of climate change. The science is clear, the warnings are dire, and the time for collective action is now. We've seen the devastation wrought by these events, the lives lost, the communities shattered, the ecosystems disrupted. But we've also witnessed the indomitable spirit of resilience, the outpouring of compassion, the determination to rebuild and adapt. It is this spirit, this unwavering belief in a better future, that must guide us as we navigate the challenges ahead. The choices we make today will determine the course of our planet's future. By embracing sustainable practices, transitioning to renewable energy sources, and advocating for policies that address climate change, we can create a world where extreme weather events, while inevitable, no longer pose an existential threat. We have the power to rewrite this narrative, to choose a path of resilience, responsibility, and hope. Let us act now, together, to ensure a safer and more sustainable future for generations to come.